Welcome to Gamers Unrated.
And by the way, to all our viewers, happy 4th of July.
Yes. Well, since it's already passed. But yeah,
well,
cool. Have a happy 4th of July.
Belated. But anyways.
Fuck yeah. All right.
But now that we're done with that.
Now that we're done with our public servant announcement, moving on.
Our PSAs.
I am your host, Steel Tamashi, along with co-hosts.
Immortal.
That's his name, actually.
Immortal Otaku 85.
So for those of you that are actually wondering his real name, that's his actual real name. It's his Indian name.
That was racist. Dances with screams.
Yes, it was. I'm sorry. Yes. The host that believes all modest women should never wear thongs, Immortal Otaku 85.
You took that out of context on the drive over here.
Just
like any other internet goer, yes, I'm talking to
Please
all of you
flame him.
Flame.
And also Captain Obliteration.
Yes.
Do you want to add his?
At his what?
Didn't he have one?
I
What,
thought
hate of homosexuals?
it was the other female one. It was
He called them wenches.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The one that calls women wenches.
there you go.
There you go.
And then we have the one
Kill witches, get bitches.
the one who says kill witches, get bitches, steal Tamashi.
There you go. Flame all of us, please.
Burn it to the ground.
Okay, guys. So what have you been playing this week?
Why don't you go ahead, Brian?
Oh, okay. I've been playing League of Legends, Minecraft, EVE Online, and I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
All
Moving on.
right.
Captain.
Recently, I've just started playing Killing Floor on the PC when I got from Steam. It's pretty decent. It's pretty good. Can't really say too much more of it. I've only played a couple rounds, but it's pretty good. I also got a chance to try out Syndicate. I was always kind of curious about it, and I realized it's a piece of crud. I'm glad I paid $20 for it.
But you still paid money anyway.
Yeah, it's the curiosity that got
$20
me.
is a lot of money coming from me.
Well, coming from cheap ass over here, but $20
Hey,
really is not.
I know how to save money.
Ooh.
We got a badass over here.
Man.
A shopping
Oh,
badass.
man.
He knows how to save money.
He's a frugal buyer.
That just means I'll be rich before you guys.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, shorter than never.
First one to get the boat in this crowd.
He will be 95 and won't be able to do a jack fucking thing with it.
I
That's
bought
why I keep
myself
in
a
shape.
luxury yacht at the age of 95.
There you go.
When I'm
By
90,
the time you can
I'm gonna
afford,
look like this.
by the time you can afford a boat, there won't be any ocean left for you to swim in it.
Well, actually, there'll be more ocean when you think about it.
You won't be able to swim in it though; it'd be too polluted. Your
You
boat
do
would
have
melt.
a point, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll come out glowing by the time
Thank
you're
goodness.
done.
Thank goodness for corporations.
Thank
right?
you, radiation. Yes.
Thank goodness for commercial dumping.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. So, what else you been playing this week, Captain?
Besides those two, is just the normal. Play StarCraft a little bit. Play Forza, both Forza 4 and Forza Horizon. So, just the usual after that. Pretty much it.
Awesome.
All right, Steel, what have you been playing?
Well, I wasn't playing PSO2 because Sega got rid of my account. Thanks, guys. Thank
Wait,
you very
whoa, whoa,
much.
Hold the phone. They got they got rid of it?
Yes, it is now gone. I do not have a Sega ID account in Japan.
Oh.
So, oh well.
I guess they figured out you were playing PSO too.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, really? You know.
Too bad. I can still hack into it with my Vita. Thank you, guys. But aside from that, I was playing Animal Crossing, which you guys in the top left corner put up pictures of what I was playing, so you guys can check that out. Playing more Project Cross Zone for 3DS.
Nice.
Cross the zone.
Yes, Cross the Zone, indeed.
Into my mind, bruh. You work out? Work out, bruh?
Do you even lift?
Do you lift, bruh?
Do you lift, bro? No. Look at me. Do I look like I lift?
They can't see you. All they see is your bloated face.
Yes. Tell by the face. Do I look like I lift, people? No. But
Let's continue on.
yeah, that was pretty much it. Pretty slow gaming week.
Yeah.
Just the usuals.
Well, there's nothing. Well, it's summer. Nothing's
Yeah.
coming out.
kind of at this point, I'm just more like just waiting for the PS4.
Anticipation for all the stuff that's coming out.
Yeah. So before we move on to the news articles this week, I'd like to present a new segment called The Soul of Steel. And in this segment, I'm going to talk about stuff that I found on the internet over the week. Stuff that I could like rant about or just talk about or congratulate people. So
where he lets his soul burn brightly.
Soul will burn brightly, the soul of steel. Yes. All right. So the first, I thought this would be appropriate for the first Soul of Steel rant. And it was about a GameSpot review posted up by Carolyn Petite about Project Cross Zone.
Petite.
Yes. And the basic tone of the review was Project X Zone's crossover cast is impressive and its presentation is entertaining, but there's too little strategy to this strategy role-playing game. And she gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
That's about fair.
I thought that's fair because even though the game is fun and it is pretty cool looking, seeing all those people from different franchises and stuff, the gameplay gets rather repetitive. And after about 3 or 4 missions, you're about, I'm done for this for the day. Where's my Animal Crossing? So basically, that was kind of the tone of her review. Although I don't agree with everything that she posted up in the review, it sounded pretty fair.
She made some good points.
Yeah, she made some good points, and she backed them up, which is the important part. But then I scrolled down to the comments section and saw the predictable internet fanboy response in the first comment. So an inexperienced fat chick tries to make a review about a great game that she apparently didn't play the game long enough to appreciate it. She tried to act smart in this review by saying random charatsers names, expecting us to agree, yeah, that's this review in a nutshell, sigh. GameSpot, find yourself better reviews for your games because honestly, IGN does a better job than, and IGN is mainly hate from what I hear.
Okay, so my first
first thing is, where the fuck did you learn how to write?
Go back to grammar school.
Yes, please. And then the second thing is, inexperienced fat chick. Really?
I think that
what the fuck?
This is my thought process on this. When they can't think of a good excuse, I think they just throw out shit that's just supposed to be demeaning.
Well, here's the main point that I wanted to make with this. This is a game review. They give a score based on their opinion.
Yeah, it's
if
opinion.
If you don't fucking like it,
you don't
go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Certainly, if you want to post a differing opinion, I mean, don't start
it
off with an inexperienced fat chick. Like, yeah, that makes it definitely good.
No, I mean, I think the thing
that
too
just
is
explains away the whole argument.
Yes, that makes the proof of the pudding right there. I was like, really?
No, I mean, there's no excuse for that. I mean,
and also, by the way, I don't know where this whole thing came from of 6.5, suddenly being a bad rating now.
No.
It's
That
not.
makes absolutely no sense.
Like a 2 is a bad rating.
A 2 is a bad rating.
Like
6.5 is
like 4 is like not don't bother too much. I mean you could try it. Yeah. 5 is average.
And then 6 is slightly better than average. And quite honestly, that's the game. It has some good points. It has some bad points.
Now, if we're going on a scale of 1 to 5, then 6 is amazing.
Yes, 6.5 would be godlike in that scale, but that's not what this is. So I'm just kind of like, what the fuck?
I mean, they have no reason to complain. I mean, she made good points and she backed him up, and clearly this guy can't back up shit.
Exactly. Well, nobody did because we saw down here another bad review from GameSpot. First in the week was with Larry Reloaded. Now this awesome game. You only see some boring FPS getting 9.0 from GameSpot. Shame.
Again, if you don't like it, go somewhere else.
It's based on opinion.
Yeah.
If you know GameSpot has good opinions of FPS games, if you don't like FPS games, don't go to GameSpot.
No,
Actually,
this is just common logic right now.
I'd actually like to bring up that there are those people who think that complaining about, because most of these bad FPS games do get rated high, and I just want to point out, if they are putting up these false reviews essentially so that people will buy the game, it's just like, why are you even bothering?
But that's the whole thing.
It's like if you think complaining will stop the people, like the site from posting faulty reviews, you're dead wrong.
That's the thing, though. There's no such thing as a false review because a review
Is
in
an
definition
opinion.
is based entirely on opinion.
Yeah, but what if
If
that's
they
not
think it's
actually
worth-
their opinion, but they're just contradicting their own opinion so that they can sell
Well,
articles?
that gets to the whole point of how much. I saw reviews like on a website about the Google newest Google phone. And they were talking about how much did you get paid to give such a good review of that phone? It was like, no.
No.
Well, those are just
That's ridiculous.
the iPhone fanboys screaming.
Well, that's this article right here. It's the fanboys for Project Cross Zone, and this is ridiculous. And all these people say that it's worth an 8.5 or a 9.0, but don't back anything up.
They don't give any reason.
So ultimately, fuck all of you. If you don't like the review, go somewhere else. And
or at
calling
least having
somebody an inexperienced fat chick simply because they don't share your opinion is ridiculous.
And one last note.
Segment over.
At least have something to back it up. Have your own argument, but have the stuff to back it up, and don't sound like an idiot. And
yes.
and go back to grammar school.
There you go. That was Soul of Steel for this week. Thank you for indulging me.
That was fun. We should do that more often.
Yes, I plan to do that every week.
There we go.
All right, so moving on to the news this episode. First article is Best Buy and GameStop have now stopped pre-orders for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Well, the Xbox One I'm not too shocked about because they didn't send altogether that much out to Best Buy. They had a very limited amount.
Nobody got a whole lot.
But the PS4, that's kind of a shock. They've gotten a lot of pre-orders. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I know they would get a lot of pre-orders, but I would have thought they would have more than that, though.
After a certain point, it's kind of like how many can you produce before
You start losing profit and stuff like that?
Well, no, it's like how many can you like physically produce before the time of the launch?
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's kind of like after a certain point, it's like, well, if we take any more pre-orders, there might not be a unit there to give these people.
True. True. That makes sense.
So yeah, if you wanted to pre-order from those two locations, you're pretty much fucked. So
You get to
go on to Amazon immediately and pre-order.
because they're running out quickly.
Yes, if they haven't already.
Or do like I do and invest in your computer.
You're the only one.
You're the only one.
Am
Yes.
I? Am
Yes.
I the only
Yes,
one?
you're
Yes.
the only one on this show.
Well, that is true. But that may change in the future.
Maybe.
It might indeed.
I'm the main host, though, so I have final say on any host.
Yes, but you've
You're here just to make us look good.
Yeah. I'm the centerpiece. I make everything look prettier.
Yes.
Keep telling yourself that.
Maybe I should grow my hair out again.
There you go.
So everyone can see my majestic locks.
Oh my God!
I wonder if
He's not a Nazi? What?
He's not a skinhead.
Oh.
He's not a skinhead hippie. All right. So, anyone else have anything else to say on
No.
Best Buy, GameStop, or Immortal being a skinhead hippie or anything like that?
No,
Good,
you know.
good for Best Buy and GameStop on selling out on all those useless consoles.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
You are
there we
the
go.
only one.
Not even going to start on that.
Okay.
Super Smash Bros. Melee has been pulled from EVO Fighting Convention.
Oh no.
After a decade, 10 years. It's finally been...
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yep.
It's been a while. I'm actually curious to see why that was the case though. I wonder what kind of reasons they gave, or if they just said, "Oh, we're done with it."
Old game.
Nintendo
Yes,
is dying. It
gotta
is
keep
time
current.
to smother it.
Well, I'm thinking like, did they put Brawl in there at all, or is it just
Brawl's in
okay?
there.
Okay, so that makes a little bit more sense to me. I was just thinking, I was like, if that's the only one they have there, I mean,
It's kind of like when Marvel vs. Capcom 2 came over for all these fighting conventions. You didn't have as many people playing Marvel vs. Capcom 1
true,
at tournaments. So.
true,
And it's the same thing with MVC3. It just took a little longer.
yeah.
So, yeah. Brian doesn't play fighting games, so he doesn't have anything to say on this.
No,
don't.
he doesn't like Western superheroes.
No,
Remember?
that's right. Forgot about that.
I remember.
So moving on.
Continue.
Yes, you're going to get flamed by this episode.
Flambade.
Yes. Alrighty.
Considering I'm already getting flamed by both of you, I
Yes.
guess it'll just add to the fire.
Exactly.
There you go.
Just going to keep throwing sticks.
Fuel the fire.
Why not just logs? Come on now.
Speaking of fueling the fire, Watch Dogs became people's choice at E3.
Yeah. I'm excited. I mean, I think that game does deserve it. I really think that this is a very promising game, and I believe they deserve it. I'm actually quite excited.
It does look fun, but one thing that did concern me was another piece of news about Watch Dogs that they said they were going to be supporting the series at least for a decade, which is kind of like after a while, it's sort of
That's a little overboard.
Sorry.
Someone's
But yeah,
birthday.
10 years, that's a long time.
To be supporting something like
Yeah.
that.
Especially since, the creativity would kind of drop off maybe about year 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. Or at least it would start. I mean, that's...
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess that's it for that one, huh?
Yeah.
I guess. Unless you have anything to say on it.
You've been rather quiet.
Well, this one should get him to talk a little bit more.
Okay.
Firefall is now in open beta.
There you go.
Well.
Talk. Talk, whore.
I'm the whore.
Yes, you are.
I'm the whore.
Yes, you are.
Oh.
Yes.
This is rich.
His face is priceless.
This is rich.
Yes, it is.
Coming from the
most
whore.
certainly is.
The whore. The one and only whore. The man whore of all whores.
That was hilarious.
Oh my god.
I wish I could have seen that, although I could
my
watch it on YouTube later.
Yeah, you can watch the fun on
What?
YouTube again later on.
What?
Dude, we should
That
make a
was
GIF out of it.
Yes, that's a gift.
What?
That is rich.
Speechless. Good God, man. I'm the whore. Oh, what?
Dude, this show is going to be amazing.
Okay, let's move back on.
Back on
That
the
was
Firefall.
ridiculous. Oh my God. Okay. I haven't been playing Firefall in a very long time due to the fact that they keep rearranging things, so I'm kind of getting lost in the transition, so I might as well wait until it comes out completely, which
Yeah.
I can play
Gotcha.
the final product. Wow.
Captain, do
Drink
you have
it,
anything,
you whore.
Do you have anything to say on Firefall's open beta?
Thank you for the good laugh. No, I got nothing for Firefall.
Okay. I have not played Firefall, so I know absolutely nothing about this.
I mean, if we want to go back into the detailed description, it's just you've got a
We had
battle.
an episode talking
Yeah,
about
we
Firefall, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Go back onto our Libsyn page and download it.
it's only audio. Go back to prehistoric times
Yes.
with us.
Way back in the day.
Way back in the day when we only had a...
when
we were
I
co-
wasn't accused of being a whore in a show.
when we recorded our episodes through an iPhone.
Good times,
all
good
this
times.
audio
Good
and
times,
sold our
good
souls to make
times.
the show go better.
There you go.
By the way,
Those
we
were the
have not-
days.
To all those who think we've sold out, we do not make money. We lose money.
We lose a lot of money, actually. Yeah. So moving on. This is a good one for Captain. Fans make achievement in Fable Anniversary.
Now, here's my only one question. How many of those achievements will be put into the game, and how many dreams will be crushed?
That's my job to crush dreams.
Yes. But, I mean, that's one of the things I noticed. I mean, like, this is kind of Lionhead Studios, more or less kind of the Peter Molyneux mindset. We're going to promise you that you guys can do this, but we're only going to accept maybe 1 or 2 out of the thousands that you send us. So it's going to be
Peter Molyneux isn't even at Lionhead anymore, dude.
I know. I'm saying the Peter Molyneux mindset. He probably left a lot of his.
I'm sure he left his foot soldiers there to
Yeah.
kind of continue Fable, but
Well, you got to understand, all devs rotate out their staff here and there.
Well,
As with most current devs. BioWare, Infinity Ward, completely remade.
yeah.
If any of you want to point fingers and blame. It's Infinity War's fault. They're not even there anymore. Shut up.
Well, the one thing that shocked me though is that I heard nothing about Fable Anniversary. I mean, it was up till today when I was looking up stuff for the show, and I was like,
well, that's the question. Do they market anything for this?
it doesn't look like they did. I mean, like apparently
Then expect very shitty sales.
that's what I'm assuming. I mean, I had to look through YouTube, and I found some E3 footage of it, but it was buried almost. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's neat they did a whole graphics revamp and stuff, and they fixed some of the clunky works, and there's no loading screens apparently. They made it a whole lot more fluid. But that's not enough reason for me to go, hey, I want to go grab it again.
Well, Microsoft was too busy talking about television to talk about Fable.
That's probably true. That's probably true. Yeah. But I mean, honestly, it's neat. I mean, they kind of went with the whole Halo thing where like, we're gonna go back to the beginning and we're just gonna revamp it. But I mean, once again, I mean, like I already have Fable Lost Chapters and kind of in my library already, so I don't need to get another one of those.
Yeah. Special achievement: make Greg contradict himself.
Wow. Moving on. Sega sues THQ for $1 million.
Only for $1 million?
You know this is spectacular considering
this is dumb.
Considering they canceled your account.
This is dumb. Like what?
Is like they really did
the details for this one.
So you're gonna sue a bankrupt company for $1 million.
The details.
I hope you go out of business, Sega. Fuck all you.
The details for it are that.
Yes, I'm spiteful today.
We can tell
that THQ had made pre-orders for Company Heroes 2, and before Sega even acquired the franchise, all the money they gained before Sega acquired the franchise, they want that money.
Really?
In other
that
words,
makes sense.
It doesn't to me because it's like,
well, that's Sega for you.
You weren't even in the picture when they fucking acquired that money. Why? You don't really have any entitlement to it, really.
Well, Sega's kind of been going around the legal circuit.
It's like
a lot for like the last year.
You can say
they also sued Level 5 over their over something with DS. Soccer game, apparently.
If anything, the developer of Company Heroes would have more right to that money than Sega.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
Very badly.
They probably won't get the money.
Probably not.
THQ definitely doesn't have it.
And they're probably going to lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what that's called? Bad business.
Gee.
No way.
Bad business meets Sega.
Impossible.
Good God. All right. Moving on. I'm tired of talking about it. DOTA 2 launches.
Yep. It's been in beta for like a year. I think it was almost 2 years. And they finally launched. I checked it before I came here. I was like, let me see. So I went to their Steam page and they had like a little notice on it saying it's like, you can download this. It's completely free to play, I should mention. But warning, so many people are downloading it right now. Your download may be postponed until a more available date.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think. Dota, it's kind of almost action, kind of strategy, kind of mixture of a lot of things. And you have like a singular character that you can upgrade and stuff.
Have you played any MOBA games?
No, I have not.
There we go.
Well, for those who do not know what MOBA is, we'll kind of explain it to them.
Okay, MOBA. I don't even know what MOBA stands
wow.
for. Nope.
Internet fanboy.
Somebody about something you don't know.
No.
Hey, I was asking if he's played a game. I didn't ask him if he knew what it meant. There we go. I'll wait for him to get through his. Actually, no, I won't.
Did my rant go completely?
No, it didn't.
There you go.
Please continue.
Okay, MOBA involves two or more teams. Really? Okay.
Continue.
Anyway, 2 or more teams where using character growth elements you'd find in an RPG, such as stat boosting and skill training. And what ends up happening is, usually what you will want to do is coordinate with at least one other team member Or if you can do it yourself, you kill other opponents, and slowly you try and proceed to the enemy base, which you would destroy, which would normally mean a win condition. Depending on the game, some have resource capture, so essentially you'd want more resources, almost like probably you could. I think they may even do a capture with a flag. I think it depends on which MOBA game you play. Overall, I would say I don't really like MOBA games so much because they often have a very hostile community.
So why are we talking about this?
Because I thought it would be significant.
Okay. So it is already out?
It's already out, and you can get it free to play.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. If you're interested, check it out. If not, disregard.
He said it was
Moving
on
on.
Steam, right? All right.
Moving on. Borderlands 2 has yet more DLC.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just kind of like.
That's the sound of 2K on your wallet. Nom.
How much DLC have they put out already for this game alone? I'm curious. I mean, I've seen so many things pop up for it.
It doesn't really matter.
I think 3 so far.
Three.
They will
It's
continue.
not that much.
They will continue to post DLC for it until they come out with Borderlands 3.
No. If a developer can make money
If
off
they
of
do
you
a Borderlands
through
3.
DLC,
Yeah.
they'll keep doing it.
Yeah. Could do the Capcom approach. Wait 13 years and
Wow.
Yep. Moving on.
They could.
Or put DLC on the disc and lock it.
Yeah, there you go.
You have to pay for it.
You have to pay for it. Borderlands 3 you have to buy in parts.
Buy this disc that has 4 DLC on it, but you can only use 3. The fourth one you have to pay for.
You
Yeah.
have to buy all of them separately. They're all new game price.
All on the same CD.
You'll buy it at a high price.
And you will buy the second one at a high price.
At a higher price. Moving on.
Oh, that's horrible.
Half-Life 2 speed run in under 90 minutes.
Yep.
Which is fucking insane.
The team that did it is Source Runs. I would imagine they run.
Do they cheat?
Source? No. They posted a video of it on YouTube.
That's
whole run.
really like
That's fast.
yeah.
Like you can't claim and be respected for doing a speed run unless you have proof, which usually means a video.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, actually it was under 90 minutes by like 3 minutes.
That's still insane
Yeah,
though.
That's pretty
Yeah.
fast.
Especially for that because Half-Life 2 is a big game.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just the next one.
Moving on.
Yep.
Saints Row 4 effectively ends the current saga.
You know, I'm kind of glad that they're doing this because they're not overdoing it like a lot of these companies are. I actually think they're setting a good example. And
Well, let's see if they stick to it.
let's hope so. Yeah.
But I mean, the whole idea for this does not mean that Saints Row the franchise has ended so much as
They're just going. in a new direction.
they're just
Yeah.
changing up.
But
the
we've
direction.
heard this before. That's why I was just saying,
Well, yeah.
the proof will be in the pudding when the game comes out and then Saints Row 5 comes out. But
And I think we have a lot of pudding.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of pudding.
It comes out through your skin.
I eat a lot of pudding, as you can see.
blowfish.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That'll be
Yeah.
fun. That'd be good though. Glad they're
I'm
trying
interested to see where they go because they've already done kind of semi-mid-humorish, which were the first 2, and then they had completely off the fucking wall
With
and
Saints Row 3. yeah.
3 and soon to be 4. So I'm kind of interested to see if they're going to take a different.
Steampunk Saints Row.
That would be so cool.
San Francisco,
Yeah, but that-
1856.
Actually, they're probably going to take that idea now and make it more insane.
Yeah, that'd be
That would be awesome.
that would actually be kind of cool.
The Saints were sent back in time, alternate
actually
dimension.
I would actually kinda like that.
steampunk.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool though.
That would be so bizarre. It would be so
imagine that?
amazing too.
A steampunk hitting people with a steampunk dildo.
So every time it hits them, it explodes in steam.
go.
Oh, the end! The end explodes steam.
Yes, there you go.
and the dildo is metal.
Coffee.
It's a bronze,
white smoke.
a nice bronze dildo.
Yeah, there you go. Made of sheet metal. Okay.
Okay.
But to continue on.
Moving
Let's
on.
get away from that.
Alrighty then. Moving on. And stunning, quote unquote, stunning events.
Stunning. No way.
World of Warcraft has a microtransaction store coming.
Yep.
Oh,
It is
What
in the works.
a shock.
A Once valued developer,
I was about
once
to say.
renowned for its quality in games, now
This is like-
sinking
This is
to
like
the
Immortal
depths,
Otaku Square.
to the depths of shit,
Yes.
to the depths of it just.
He can't
I
even get words
cannot
out.
Say, brother. Talk, brother.
I cannot say.
Let the rage overflow.
It's so ridiculous. They used to make wonderful games, amazing games. All of Warcraft, before Warcraft, like WoW, before World of Warcraft, all those Warcraft games were awesome. StarCraft was awesome. And then here we are. It's just, they're trudging along through a sea of shit, and they're just, oh, hey, look at this. We're going to do something else that's stupid. We're going to do something else that's going to suck your money out. Oh, look at this. It doesn't even matter in the game, but we're going to put it there.
I'm going to go with our previous logic that they are a business and business want to make money.
Yes, Immortal Otaku. They are a business. They don't care about you.
Which is exactly why I've stopped supporting
Yes.
big developers. They're a business, yes, and they're going to make shit because it makes them money.
All developers. It's a business.
Not all developers.
All developers.
The big ones, when they realize they can do minimal work and then fucking get a shit ton of money.
All of them are businesses, dude. If they weren't, they'd put the games out for free.
True.
Yeah. So anyway.
So no matter
do you
how
have
much you
any
love
more-
your Warcraft,
Do you have any
It will
more
never
like
love you back.
classic Immortal Otaku 85 as a child now ranting out against the Mega $1 Million corporation?
Mega
Anymore?
Billion
Not
probably.
really.
No.
Most of my favorite childhood things died. That's,
Oh,
that's why.
interesting.
That's why I fucking grew up.
Yeah.
How many goldfish did you kill?
Wow, that's bad.
I was just thinking.
He's recanting his childhood. Don't worry.
Yes. Where we were sitting around killing goldfish.
He's just flushing it
Accidentally
down the toilet.
boiled mine, you know.
Ew. Creep.
Gross. Did you drink the water afterwards?
No.
That's the most flavorful part.
So you've done this before.
Okay, moving on. Okay, say it. Gloria what?
Victus.
Gloria Victus.
Okay.
Victus.
It's an MMO, apparently.
It's actually a pretty interesting MMO because it doesn't seem to rely on like abilities or auto targeting like a lot of MMOs do,
Like
And-
World of Warcraft.
and has taken on a more War of the Roses chivalry aspect where you actually have to like if you're using a bow and arrow you have to aim, so you have to kind of give your targets lead. You have to figure out how much rise you'd want with your bow and arrow and pull as well, and combat like shields and swords would actually require you to be within a certain distance. You'd have to actually be hitting the character instead of like, swinging in midair and suddenly somehow they take damage, which I found really interesting. I actually like that kind of. It relies more heavily on skill than actual. Just kind of hope, like pushing a button and hoping random chance doesn't mean you miss. Anyway, but I'm eager to see where it's going. It's currently in alpha. I don't know if there's any like invites or ways to get in currently, but you can probably check them out online. Just probably go to Google, Gloria Victus, and you probably find their website.
Cool.
I wonder if they started running out of names now that this current generation's come up because they're having to use Latin names.
I don't think they've run out of names. They're just getting more creative. And this isn't.
Well, I can see
this
how
isn't
that
a
could be
big
creative.
developer. They're like an indie developer. They just kind of started up.
Okay.
So they're not using a lot of money, which would also show you, like I've seen video of it and it looks pretty good for an alpha.
Cool.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, moving on. Payday 2.
Ooh.
And I believe we have a trailer for that.
We do.
So let's roll that footage.
I can't
That
wait.
juicy footage.
Rated M for mature.
Payday 2 is a cooperative robbery game.
It's actually much more of an RPG now than it was in the first game, and which means that we've given you all these abilities to kind of customize yourself, customize your weapons, customize your masks, and really expand all the entire criminal experience into places that we had really wanted to go in the first game. Essentially, you are robbing banks or committing crimes in the way that one does. You rob pretty much everything. You're climbing the criminal ladder in essence, and you're doing it with your, hopefully you're doing it with your friends. So it's really sort of a cooperative criminal experience. There are a lot of different things that you can do because it's basically a bank robbery simulation. So, you're tying up hostages, you're getting people down on the ground, you're breaking into the vault, you're running down the street, you're getting back to the van, and there's an enormous variety of other things that you're doing in the course of your crimes. The entirety of the sort of role-playing system that exists is really all new. 4 different professions that the player can kind of customize their criminal. That's new. 30 missions. The fact that there's actually stealth now, so you can choose to go quiet, or attempt to go quiet. The safe house. The fact that you can customize weapons, and there's an entire loot system with masks and so forth. There's almost too much to name.
All right, no civilian rich. On the ground, all of you, everybody. I think you just tripped the cameras.
So co-op is the centerpiece of our experience. It's what Payday is kind of built around. It's really important to kind of collaborate and work with other people, otherwise your experience is going to be very, very difficult. You get more when you play with more people, so we're trying to incentivize people to play the way that we play here, which is together.
All right, bring it to the van.
But it really depends on who you're playing with and what your goal is. I think, in essence, everybody's just trying to get by as a criminal and have a good time. So I think, sometimes you're going to want to get away with all the bags. Sometimes you're going to want to make more money. Sometimes you're just content to get away with your life. That's the kind of the cool thing in Payday 2 is that you can make those decisions. So Payday 2 is really the full bank robbery fantasy. I think it's more than that. It's actually just almost a crime robbery fantasy. And we're trying to broaden our horizons in every possible way and give people the biggest, most exciting experience that they could have playing a robbery game.
Rated M for mature.
So, Payday 2. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm eager to play it.
Is it
looks
only PC or?
I think they're bringing it to consoles as well. I believe.
I think I saw a couple of
I think
consoles.
Payday, the first one was on consoles.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I saw a commercial that said that it would be put on I think 360, PS3, and also on up and coming consoles as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
I'm eager for it. It looks like it's just kind of like the original, except they have more more customization, but that wasn't really a problem in the first one. Also looks like they've kind of expanded it from just like instance where you'd be robbing a specific bank and you'd pretty much play through the same scenario again and again. But it looks like they kind of given it more free roam, so you could break into a bank and you could steal stuff from just banks on the street instead of having to kind of go to a main menu and then selecting like one thing you want to do and then do that.
So there's a little bit more variety.
Yeah,
then.
like you have more open choice. Would probably be what it looks like to me.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Well, moving on. Grand Theft Auto 5. It's also coming out soon, and I believe we have another trailer for it.
Impressive.
We are full of trailers today. Let's see what it is.
Excitement.
Building.
Peggy 18.
With Grand Theft Auto 5, Rockstar have tried to reimagine the open-world game in a number of ways. The game world is beautiful, massive, and diverse. A sprawling, satirical reimagining of modern Southern California, covering mountains and oceans, expensive stores and strip malls, urban decay and untouched wilderness, beaches and backwoods, the sublime and the ridiculous, greed and hypocrisy.
You tell me exactly what you want, and I will very carefully explain to you why it cannot be. What? So what we doing here?
We're working, amigo.
For the first time, the game features not one, but 3 would-be heroes.
So now what?
Michael, a once successful bank robber, and now less successful family man.
You know, you're a real asshole.
What did you just say to me?
Stop it! You're ruining my yoga!
Franklin, a hungry street hustler convinced he's surrounded by morons.
We can't repo the assets of a dead man, big sitting cheap asshole.
And then there's Trevor. The less said about him, the better. Introducing 3 lead characters transforms both the narrative into one interwoven story and the structure of individual missions. Players can cut between vantage points.
Yeah, I can use a little backup here.
And from one high-octane moment to another.
Gotcha.
He's got support! Get us out of here! Roger that!
This helps to give missions new levels of diversity and intensity.
Damn.
When not on a mission, the use of 3 lead characters also allow for a touch of voyeurism, as you can drop in at any moment and find out what your new friends have been up to as they go about their days.
Jeez, Pop. Too much more of that and maybe I won't be dead by 35. Hey, officer! Give it up! This is getting way out of hand!
The world is not only huge, it's packed with a vast array of things to see and do. Cars to customize, planes to fly, clothes to buy, sports to play, nirvanas to pursue, oceans to dive, animals to spot, hunt, and be hunted by, freaks to watch, meet, and befriend.
Now get the hell out of here!
Bounties to hunt, and on and on.
How have you been?
Oh, simply wonderful. And you?
Somewhere stuck between joyful and peachy.
There's also been a huge focus on mechanics in the game to make every aspect as fun and fluid as it is broad. Everything from driving and shooting to tennis and bike riding feels fun and responsive. However, alongside all of this leisure, people also have to take care of business. For all their pretensions, these men are dangerous thieves.
It's an industrial area, right? So I'm thinking vehicles. Trash truck to block, tow truck to sack.
To survive, they have to set up and pull off a series of increasingly audacious heists.
Gentlemen, some plans for your attention?
The player sets these up themselves, then decides how they execute them and with whom.
There's 2 ways I see of doing this. We go in smart. Let's go. Or we go in loud and dumb. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your moment. Please don't make me ruin all the great work your plastic surgeons have been doing.
After the take is divided, you decide what to spend your money on. Anything from sensible investments like tattoos and fast cars to risky ventures like stocks and Los Santos real estate. And then there's Grand Theft Auto Online, which we will show you properly soon.
Peggy 18.
GTA 5.
I'll get it when it comes to PC.
If it comes,
comes to PC.
True.
Yeah.
True. GTA hasn't. I mean, Red Dead Redemption still hasn't come to PC.
Really? I actually didn't know that.
No, it's not there yet.
Oh, shoot.
PC, well, I mean...
Rockstar doesn't give a shit about
yeah,
PC.
they glaze right over PC.
Yep.
I'll be darned.
But hey, it's their loss of sales. That's my opinion.
I'll say this much. I'm really excited about a couple things. The two things that come to mind right now are the car customization, which is kind of that's a no-duh with me. But also,
I love cars.
But also, the environment looks fantastic. It really does. It's huge. I mean, the whole entire layout of what I saw from the map is incredible.
Yeah, it does look good.
It has to be.
I'm kind of a little shocked that they don't put it on. That they're not going to put it on next gen consoles. That's kind of a missed opportunity.
That is a missed opportunity.
But whatever. So, anything else to say on that?
I'm glad that they're starting to add humor into it. Beforehand, GTA was a very, very serious kind of thing, but I think they kind of took into consideration a lot of what Saints Row's been doing, and they've been adding a little bit of comedy in there, and you could tell in the little trailer as well.
Actually, 4 and 5 here are probably more serious than I've seen in their whole series, because 3, I played 3, and I dabbled with some.
Everyone played 3.
Yeah,
I dabbled with some of their handhelds, but those are much more comedic than 4 or 5.
In what
now.
sense do you say comedic, though? Was it just like in the way they were talking, or was it just gameplay?
Just a little more absurd, like the things they have you do.
Okay.
Like
I can see that.
Hot coffee.
Well,
hot coffee.
Well, in Vice City, they had
people know who I'm talking about.
In Vice City, one of the missions they had you do was to get the name of a porn stars out into the public.
Yes,
they had you put up a picture on a spotlight on a city building that essentially showed her tits, and that was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just like, that's ridiculous. Why would you put that in there? But hey, I'll go for it. And then they had the Scarface-esque part where you're like flying around a helicopter using a minigun. All the people at this mansion. It's like,
I
yeah,
don't see the humor in that, but okay.
But it's outrageous.
Okay,
this is
right.
the main point, and that's kind of what Saints Row is doing, and which kind of makes it funny.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I can see both. I can see both ideas. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, moving on. Developer Suda51 teams with Akira creator Katsuhiro Itomo to make a new PS3 game to complete his latest series short piece.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the article here posted up on Destructoid. Grasshopper Suda51, creator of Killer 7 and Killer is Dead, is working with Namco Bandai on PS3 side-scroller Ranko Tsukijime Longest Day, according to Silicon Era. It'll be serving as a concluding piece to short piece, an animated anthology from Akira's Katsuhiro Otomo. So that should be fun. No one else here really cares. So.
No.
So moving on. This is something I'm pretty sure everyone had something to talk about. The fake Geek Girl sticker controversy that happened at RTX over the last week.
It's amazing that the guy handing out these stickers was giving it like love advice to gamers.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing here?
Harris O'Malley, who's better known by his internet alter ego, Dr. Nerdlove, he gives love and sex advice to geeks.
Okay.
Hand out stickers to poke fun at quote-unquote fake geek girls. No doubt you've seen the fake dating sites featuring alleged gamers and geeks, and the pictures featuring professional models dressed up as geeks to titillate men. According to Kotaku, O'Malley created a fake Geek Girl advisory sticker and handed them out recently at RTX this weekend.
I'm actually more surprised he didn't realize this would happen, all things considered.
Now the controversial part. Apparently some unidentified male attendee decided to use them to harass female attendees. According to a report, the unidentified individual was slapping O'Malley stickers on women's butts. The RTX Guardians asked O'Malley to put the stickers away.
In his pocket.
Yes. After establishing, here's a quote from O'Malley, after establishing that I hadn't had anyone else handing them out for me and that I'd left several out and about as freebies, they told me that somebody was taking them and slapping them onto women's asses and the backs of their costumes. They asked if I could refrain from handing out any more until they got the matter cleared up. Evidently, they had a description of the guy and had everyone looking out for him. So, what the fuck is up with these people?
Obviously got nothing better to do.
Well, it's just like the internet is seeping over into reality.
Yes,
now.
it is, and that's like, what the fuck?
When youth spend so much time on the internet, of course they're going to start kind of essentially adopting the persona they have on the internet, which is an asshole.
Yeah, and that's the problem, because now it makes everyone look like an asshole, basically.
Actually, it makes all humans look like assholes because they're all assholes on the internet. Simple as that.
The one thing I'm kind of shocked about, I would have thought that one of the women who had the stickers on their butt posted on there or something, I would have thought they would have kicked his butt or something like that, started punching the living daylights out of him.
No.
Either that or or tell the authorities.
Well, apparently they did.
Yeah, I mean, earlier on though.
Well, we don't
much
know
earlier could they
earlier.
have been?
Yeah, it's like as soon as he slapped it on their ass, they probably went and told someone.
They're probably like, what the fuck did you just put on my ass?
From what it sounded like, it was under the impression that it went on for a while and then.
Considering cons don't go on for more than 3 days, I would assume they probably got through it pretty fast.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Anywho, I really hope the people watching this show wouldn't do something that fucking stupid. And if you are thinking about doing it, don't.
Don't do it. No.
All right. So moving on. The Vita is getting 2 quote-unquote strange Japanese games coming in the early part of next year. The first of which being Demon's Gaze, which is a dungeon crawler that's going to be out for the Vita early next year in North America and Europe. And for the most part, seems pretty typical. You go through dungeons, you hunt demons, you get the power-ups, blah, 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 blah. Follow
You
the story,
grind and
basically.
grind and grind.
Basically, your solid JRPG, basically.
Gotcha.
And
Tried
then,
and true.
Yes, tried and true formula. And then the next game is Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. And it's also out for the Vita early next year in North America and Europe. Apparently, it's a high school murder mystery that fans describe as a cross between Phoenix Wright and Zero Escape. And if that is enough to pique your interest, you're nuts. Because that sounds really fucking awesome. Here is the official description from the developer site. Hope's Peak Academy is home to Japan's best and brightest high school students, the beacons of hope for the future. But that hope suddenly dies when Makoto Neagi and his classmates find themselves imprisoned in the school, cut off from the outside world and subject to the whims of a strange, murderous little bear named Monokuma.
A bear?
He pits the students against each other, promising freedom to anyone who can murder a fellow classmate and get away with it. It's up to you to find out who Monokuma really is.
Wait a minute.
And why you've been taken from the world you once knew. But be careful what you wish for. Sometimes there's nothing more deadly than the truth.
So wait, let me get this straight. A bear.
Take you in a cave and rape you? What? Contract?
Meanwhile, I'll take you in a cave, rape you, and set you on fire.
So wait a minute. A bear? This almost sounds like Naughty Bear almost.
That would be hilarious if the bear from Naughty Bear was the guy killing everybody. But no.
Oh, naughty your bear.
It's actually kind of cool. I kind of like this. Having watched Higurashi, this is kind of like another awesome murder mystery, and probably be pretty gory. Like Corpse Party, which is on PSN. You should download it.
Fairly bloody, fairly entertaining.
Yep.
A good mix of both.
Exactly. There you go. All right. So that pretty much finishes it up for that. And moving on. At long last, Persona 5, their domain is finally registered, which means that the game is definitely going to come out. We have no idea when, but it is going to come out.
Gotcha.
So longtime fans of the Persona franchise or Shin Megami Tensei, the game will be coming out. We don't know when. More updates on that when we get more information.
In a year.
Yep. Moving on to the next big giant pillar of JRPGs. Final Fantasy VII has now finally come to Steam.
The Final Fantasy has finally gotten here.
Yes, the Final Fantasy has finally fantasied its way onto Steam.
Good for Steam.
Yes. There you
Maybe.
go. I was actually watching looking at some of the gameplay photos for it while the trailers were going on. It looks like it's been kind of redone graphically a little bit, but
Kind of had the story altered a little bit. Kind of like been made by someone completely different. Kind of
that'd be
not be
hilarious.
Japan.
I would like to see somebody remake Final Fantasy VII totally differently. That'd be hilarious.
There you go. That's your next project. Try to
Yes.
remake. Final
There you go.
Fantasy.
We're going to remake Final Fantasy VII and get yelled at by all the fanboys on the
We
internet.
can rebuild it. We have the technology. We also have all the rage to power it.
Exactly. So yeah, check it out. It's on Steam. Yeah. Moving on. Star Citizen reaches $14 million on Kickstarter.
$14 million.
What the fuck?
You fuck yourself.
$14 million.
whore. That's a lot of...
Talk war.
You talk
Better
more,
make it
slut.
quick. We don't have much
Fucking
time.
filthy piece of shit. Do you like it when I talk down to you? To demean you as a human being?
Anyways, to get back
Love
on
it.
subject.
You know you do. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money for a crowd starter. Crowd funded. Yeah.
That's
But-
a lot of money, period.
Yeah.
$14 million?
If they can't deliver, there is going to be some serious shit flying on
There will
the
be some
internet.
blood shed.
That game better be off the fucking... I don't even know what to say. $14 million? For a Kickstarter?
That's a little extreme.
It's a lot of fucking
That's
money.
a lot of money. Wow.
What amazes me, though, I'm just going to touch briefly on the whole concern of crowdfunding, is like, you got to realize there's going to be a point where, say I said this game project had raised $50 million. People are going to expect fucking God to
Yes.
come down and play the fucking game.
Yes,
At
play
that
the
point,
game with you.
At that point, there is no fucking way the game is going to live up to the expectation and hype growing for it. At this point, I would say they've made enough money, and if they can't deliver some
They
serious
can't
shit,
deliver at this point.
some
They're gonna-
serious shit.
Yeah, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
This game better be like beyond 5 stars at that point. So, moving on to the last topic. We saved this specifically for last. So, there was all that blow up about the Xbox One with its DRM
yeah.
scheme. And now there's apparently an online petition asking Microsoft to bring it back.
How stupid could people get?
Hold on a second. I want to read the
Comments for it?
Please,
Yeah.
we want to pay. We want to pay. Yeah,
Here we
right.
go. This was to be the future of entertainment, a new wave of gaming where you could buy games digitally, then trade, share, or sell those digital licenses. Essentially, it was Steam for Xbox, but consumers were uninformed and railed against it, and it was taken away because Sony took advantage of the consumers' uncertainty. We want this back. It can't be all or nothing. There must be a compromise. 2, give us back the Xbox One we were promised at E3. Sincerely, blank.
Okay.
Okay. The people that signed this petition and are seriously asking for this, I hope you all buy an Xbox One so you lose all your fucking money. Because that's just dumb. That's really fucking dumb. Let's just level here for a second. I want to take this whole thing up. Essentially, it was Steam for Xbox.
Yeah.
Brian, being someone that's used Steam for a while now, Steam, you know, they have sales and stuff. How much is like the average Steam game when it's on sale?
Average Steam game is probably around $5 to $10.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Steam for Xbox. Was there like any hope at all that Microsoft was going to release their games
For
digitally
$5 to $10
for $5 or $10?
Fuck no. They want that money, and they're going to take $60 from your pocket.
So that right there.
I wouldn't be surprised if they added a fee for downloading
Yes.
online.
So that right there should already prove that this is nuts.
It's a bad idea.
That's dumb.
And tell them how far they've gotten.
They have 3,000 signed people on here.
How many more do they need?
No, they only needed 1,900. 3,000 people signed this.
There's a lot of dumb people out there.
You all are stupid. Every last one of you that signed this, I hope you lose your money.
I'm just waiting for you to go back to, it's so
fucking stupid. My God.
Thank you.
Read that one comment for it. Why they signed it? The one where it was like.
Well, this was the only thing that was kind of like the first two comments. I'll sign to help PS4 so we have no stupid people on the same console as me. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is the second one. I love restrictions. I want always online DRM. I want the game rental business to become obsolete. I don't want to let my friends borrow games because fuck them. All I care about is my goddamn new age console that'll blow everything else out of the water. Yeah. Fuck the PS4 and fuck those Sony guys for catering to fans who care about their gaming experience. Fuck PC. That shit is stupid. Steam? Fuck that shit. They'll never have sales or anything. Even though they already have. It's not as affordable as buying my games from the XBL marketplace. I love Microsoft, and their business practices will be the best forever. Fuck yes. Love Xbox. I'm so glad. It really looks like a lot of these people just got to sign this to troll.
Yeah.
But if anyone really sincerely signed this because they want all the DRM stuff, I hope they lose their money. I hope when you plug your Xbox One in, it melts.
There's a good possibility. I mean,
there's a very good possibility that can happen. But I hope that when you plug it in, your Kinect shoots a laser through your heart. That's dumb.
Either that or the controller zaps you. It's almost like a taser.
Destroying your naivety, huh?
Yes, destroying your naivete. Fuck. I'm done. You guys have anything else to say on this?
No.
Okay.
I love it.
It's the funniest thing ever, but nothing
Bring
more.
back their old policies because they made sense. Because it showed them for money-grubbing whores.
For the people who cannot pass.
Just like this guy over
potato.
here. Yeah.
Oh,
you're the only one.
You're really hurt about what I said that.
Out of all of you, I am the one with the most fucking control for myself.
Wow.
You keep telling yourself that.
That was hilarious.
I know how to reel myself
Well, where
in.
can we find you on the internet, whore?
You can find me at on Twitter at Steel Tamashi is a big fat whore. You can find me at Google at Steel Tamashi is a fucking slut. You can find me on Tumblr. My blog would be
Steel Tamashi hate page.
His vagina is wide open.
The hate page.
Okay, no, seriously.
We hate Steel.
Man, you're really butthurt.
How dare he call us out on our stupidity?
Coming from the guy who badmouths gays. Okay. Anyway, you can find me at Twitter.
That's the
on
funniest
Twitter.
part. He could call me a whore all day long. I have no problem with it. I
You
called
love
him it
being
once.
a whore.
And he
I called
bitches
him
about
once, and he went fucking insane.
Are you going to pick up your toys and go home? Screw you guys. I'm going home. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interject.
You mad, brah?
Haters going to hate.
Tater's gonna tate.
Render's going to rate.
Not this show.
But go ahead. Go ahead. Your opinion is important to us.
Where can people find you on the internet so we can leave?
You can find me at Twitter as at ImmortalOtaku85. Find me on Gmail, ImmortalOtaku85@gmail.com. You can find me on Tumblr. Just look for the blog Insanity Simplified. And you can find me on Steam at ImmortalOtaku85. That's it. You Steel?
Cool. Captain?
Okay. You can find me on Steam as Captain Obliteration. You can find me on StarCraft as Obliteration. You can find me on my Gmail, which is gucaptainobliteration@gmail.com. You can also find me on Twitter as Captain Obliteration. At Captain Obliteration, I should probably say, but you guys already know that. You can also find me... Actually, I think that's about it. I think I covered all the angles. That was pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
I'm getting good at this.
Yeah, you are. Congratulations. Well, I'm Steel Tamashi. You can find me under that name on Steam. You can also look for me on Twitter at Steel Tamashi. And you can also follow my blog, The Soul of Steel, video games, anime, and more at steeltamashi.tumblr.com. And then if you're interested more about Gamers Unrated, the show, you can go to gamersunrated.libsyn.com, download past episodes of not only the YouTube show, but also the podcast that we had before we went to Royalcon Studios. You can also find us on YouTube at www.youtube.com/user/gamersunrated show. Capital G, capital U, capital S. You can also call us at 413-6GU-SHOW and leave us a voicemail, and we'll play it during the show. And I think that probably covers it. Twitter also, you can look us up on Twitter at GamersUnrated, and we're also on Instagram, GamersUnrated.
Too bad nothing covers how big of a whore you are.
Yes, nothing does.
Okay.
Your next Facebook.
We will conquer.
Immortal
Does
Otaku
anyone else have
85
anything else to
signing
say
off.
before we go?
Yeah?
No.
Good to go.
All right. Well, this has been Steel Tamashi.
Immortal Otaku 85.
And Captain Obliteration.
And you have been watching Gamers Unrated.
Have a good night, folks.
Come back
everybody.
or don't.